What is that you're heating?
Oh, that's a hot dog. It comes from Earth. Try one. Do you like it?
There's no dog in this.
What's up, Vault Dwellers? Dan here. You know, here's the thing about Star Wars. It made so much money that every studio on the planet, they wanted their own version. And when I say every studio, I mean studios in Italy, Turkey, South Korea, and places that just had no business making space operas. Today, we're counting down 10 of the wildest, cheapest, most shameless Star Wars ripoffs ever committed to celluloid. Some of these are so bad, they loop back to brilliant. And this video, it's kind of personal to me. I was 6 years old when Empire Strikes Back came out, 6. And I remember sitting in my parents' wood-paneled station wagon at the drive-in, wearing footy pajamas and watching it on the massive screen while my dad chain-smoked Marlboros with the window cracked. I was hooked for life. So go grab a bag of Reese's Pieces, and remember, these may or may not be the droids you were looking for.
Those are Imperium swords. One blow can kill a man.
But we're fighting against robots.
We're getting started with Italian maestro Alfonso Brescia. He's a man who cranked out so many cheap sci-fi films in the late 70s that he recycled the same sets, the same costumes, and even the same actors across like 4 different movies.
Those are 2 alien spaceships. Attack them. All right.
War of the Robots. It features bleached blonde androids that look like they just auditioned to replace Brian Jones and the Rolling Stones. Like every single one of them. Just rows of guys in bad wigs.
You have no choice. No one can help you.
This plot involves a kidnapped professor, an aging race of paraplegic immortals, and a spaceship crew wearing PVC jumpsuits so tight you can tell what religion they are.
Oh, John, if you knew how much I've dreamed of this moment.
The war, it mostly consists of robots standing around getting shot because they couldn't choreograph a fight scene to save their lives. But here's the thing. There's this woman in the crew, Yanti Summer, who's just actually charming despite the material. And the synthesizer soundtrack, it's so aggressively 70s that it becomes hypnotic. I've watched this thing 3 times, and I can't even explain to you why. Speaking of Italian ripoffs, The Humanoids was directed by Aldo Ledo. He's the guy who made legitimate thrillers like Who Saw Her Die? And he used the pseudonym George B. Lewis for this because, well, if you say the name fast, George B. Lewis, George Lucas, it's subtle, right?
Incredible. This has to be some sort of magic.
Richard Kiel, he's the guy who played Jaws in the Bond films. He stars as a gentle giant who gets transformed into an unstoppable warrior by an evil scientist. Barbara Bach, she plays an evil queen who needs the blood of young women to stay beautiful, which, it's basically a Countess Bathory subplot jammed into a Star Wars knockoff. Ivan Rasimov, he wears a Darth Vader helmet, which can only be described as an S&M mask underneath.
You are more beautiful than I remember, Lady Agatha. One might say time has stopped for you.
The weapons, they're not lightsabers, they're light arrows. Someone on the production team sat there and thought, well, what medieval weapon can we make glow that George Lucas can't sue us over? Well, apparently the answer was arrows. And Nino Morricone, he did the score for this. The guy who did The Good, Bad, and the Ugly for this garbage. I have no explanation.
Say something, Tilton.
Damn you, Norman, you interfering, warm-blooded animal. Who authorized you to reactivate me? Why can't two poor robots commit suicide in peace without some meddling human recharging their circuits?
Alfonso's back, baby, and this time with Star Odyssey. So the plot, it involves an alien who looks like he fell asleep on an electric fly swatter, and he's purchasing Earth at an intergalactic auction.
100 million. Caisse of Cobor has bid 100 million credits.
And that's the inciting incident. Earth, it gets bought or sold. The resistance team, it includes a Han Solo type who can hypnotize people.
No one wants to force you. I'm waiting for you to volunteer.
An elderly scientist with a beautiful niece, and two suicidal robots named Tilt and Tilly, who just can't remember why they made a suicide pact.
We decided to end it all.
Yes, but why?
Why? Oh dear, I can't remember either.
I'm gonna give you a little spoiler here. It's because they couldn't have sex. That's the actual plot point. Robots who want to die because they couldn't consummate their robot love.
But what do we do now? Commit suicide again?
But there's no need. I can make some little design changes, adjust a few details, and you can prove your love like any other people.
There's also a third robot that looks like a child who wandered onto a set in a Halloween costume, and nobody had the heart to send him home.
He may not speak very distinctly, but he's a superb bartender.
The space battles at the end feel like they last approximately 47 years. I think I aged visibly watching them.
Even in the great days of Hollywood, no movie star ever died so heroically.
But Tilt and Tilly, those two weirdos, they totally kept me invested. They write poems to each other. It's like oddly sweet for a movie this incompetent.
We can only damage each other.
Like the way you hurt me by flirting with that automatic shoe polisher.
Me with a slot machine? Never.
My God. You got him.
Roger Corman strikes again with Space Raiders. After Battle Beyond the Stars, I think he used up all the good footage, but he still squeezed whatever's left into this thing like wringing blood from a stone.
We're gonna get this thing.
All right, a kid named Peter accidentally stows away on a pirate ship during a raid.
Will you take me home now?
And the crew, they have to return him home while being chased by corporate security.
Excuse me.
It's basically Treasure Island in space. If Treasure Island was made for, I don't know, $12 and featured a 10-year-old who has 0 sense of self-preservation.
I'm going to ransom you, and I'm going to kill your friend.
I'm gonna say that kid is super annoying. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that.
Pow, 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 pow.
David Mendenhall, he plays Peter with all the survival instincts of a lemming on a cliff. But here's what I will say. I was probably that kid once. The one who watched any space movie I could find because Star Wars had ruined me for everything else.
All ships, defend the station.
There is something charming about its scrappy ambition, even if it's built entirely from recycled parts.
Not my type.
He's too sweet. Come on, poor.
I think you're sweet too, baby. You want to see my etchings?
Galaxina is remembered primarily because of tragedy. Dorothy Stratton, Playboy's Playmate of the Year, she was murdered by her estranged husband before the film even premiered. That awful real-world story has given Galaxina an undeserved cult status. Because stripped of that context, this movie is a comedy that forgot to be funny. Stratton plays an android on a 27-year mission to retrieve something called the Blue Star. And every time someone mentions the Blue Star, music starts playing.
The Blue Star. What is this shit?
And that's the joke. The same joke. For like 90 friggin' minutes. The captain is named Cornelius Butt, and there's a rock-eating alien.
Bar eaters eat bars. Rock eaters eat rocks. That's how we get our rocks off. Asshole.
There's a scene in a space western town that features restaurants with menus listing items like Scotsman on the rocks and baked Alaskan.
Perhaps a blood shake or plasma cooler with some chilled ladyfingers on the side.
The jokes, they just miss more times than a stormtrooper in Cloud City. Every single one.
Maybe he thinks you're its mother. You are, in a way.
It's almost impressive how consistently the comedic timing fails. I think someone did a study and figured out how, but I still can't understand it.
I can't stand it.
Get out of the way!
If you've seen the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of Space Mutiny, then you probably know this one. It's one of their best episodes. If you haven't, well, let me paint you a picture.
I've got a little surprise for everyone.
The spaceship, it's clearly a factory, an actual industrial building. And the chase scenes, they use like golf carts with wobbly body shells that look like they're held together with tape. And our hero, Reb Brown, he screams like someone's twisting his arm every time he fires a weapon. The love interest appears to be 30 years older than him. And the villain, his name's Calgon, and he laughs maniacally at nothing, constantly, forever. But here's the crown jewel. A female crew member dies on screen. You know, shot in the back during an escape sequence, her body falls dramatically.
There they go.
And then in the very next scene, she's back, sitting at her station, alive. They just forgot they killed her. The space battles, they're stolen directly from Battlestar Galactica. And I don't mean inspired, I mean stolen. It's the same footage, sometimes played backwards, and the laser sounds are ripped from Battle Beyond the Stars. This movie is a crime scene, and yet, it's one of the most entertaining things I have ever watched, just not for the reasons the filmmakers intended.
Oh, yeah.
Cannon's giving me a headache. Take it out.
Starchaser, The Legend of Orin, is an animated Star Wars ripoff from South Korea that's actually, can I say good? Orin is a slave, and he's mining crystals underground for a false god named Zygon. He finds a magic sword hill, escapes to the surface, and meets a cigar-smoking smuggler named Dag, who looks like Burt Reynolds doing Han Solo cosplay, and goes on a quest to free his people.
We've got to get back to the ship if we can! No, I'll kill him first!
The parallels are just shameless. The hero's journey beats are just identical. But here's the thing, the animation in this thing is just beautiful. It's just way better than Saturday morning cartoon quality, despite what some critics claim at the time. They mixed 2D animation with early 3D computer graphics for the ships, and it holds up today surprisingly well.
Heads up, kid.
And the villain Zygon, he walks around dressed like a Chippendale dancer for like just no reason I can figure out. Dag's romantic interest, it's with a female robot, which raises questions the movie has no interest in answering.
Oh, Dag, I'm sorry.
The violence is actually pretty intense for a cartoon. There's decapitations, some impalings. I mean, it's got the works.
I said shoot him!
This was supposed to be the next big animated franchise. I think they spent like $14 million on it, but it only earned back $3 million. Nobody really saw it, which is a total shame because there's real craftsmanship beneath the borrowed plot. Battle Beyond the Stars exists because Roger Corman, he looked at Star Wars and thought, what if Seven Samurai, but in space? Which is exactly what George Lucas thought, but Corman, he was more direct about it. This one launched a ton of careers. The screenplay, it was co-written by John Sayles, who'd become one of America's greatest independent filmmakers.
You'd sell me?
Well, of course. Live for protein. I do whatever pays the most.
A young model builder named James Cameron, he impressed Corman so much, he got promoted to art director. Richard Thomas from the Waltons, John Boy, he plays the young hero.
Why are you all afraid? I brought these beings to save your lives. This is not the way to greet them.
And George Peppard, he's a boozy space cowboy, and he's easily my favorite character.
Say door, you son of a bitch. Here I come. This is Space Cowboy from the planet Earth.
Robert Vaughn literally reprises his role from the Magnificent Seven, playing the exact same character, but the space version.
There's not a planet in the galaxy where there isn't a bounty on my head.
And Sybil Danning, she wears approximately 3 square inches of clothing as a Valkyrie warrior, and I would love to just personally thank her for that.
Fight well and have a beautiful ending.
No violent ending is beautiful.
You've never seen a Valkyrie go down.
The spaceship designs, they're legitimately creative. One of the ships kind of looks like a curvy woman because, of course it does. The effects are shaky in spots, but there's real ambition here. Corman, he's called this one of his favorites, and I totally get it. For a movie made in 5 weeks on a shoestring budget, it punches way above its weight class. The man who saved the world, or better known as the Turkish Star Wars, the one that's so insane. This movie doesn't just rip off Star Wars. I mean, it literally uses Star Wars footage. You can see TIE fighter sequences, X-Wing battles. There's even a Death Star trench run. It's just inserted directly into the film, with Turkish pilots superimposed in front of it, leaning forward in their cockpits to simulate diving. And that's the special effects they used. They lean. The heroes crash on a desert planet and they fight villains using karate. That's their weapon. No, not using blasters, karate. It's set to the theme from Raiders of the Lost Ark because they also stole the Indiana Jones soundtrack. And I think they stole some Flash Gordon too. It's just whatever they had lying around. The monster costumes look like they were raided at Spear Halloween's clearance bin. One of the creatures, it's clearly just a guy in a bear suit with just some extra stuff glued on. And the training montage involves our hero punching rocks until his hands bleed with triumphant music playing. Then he learns the ultimate technique, which involves golden brain powers. I'm honestly not sure. This movie is Ed Wood level of incompetent, but the filmmakers, they just weren't in on the joke. They were trying to so friggin' hard. that sincerity makes this movie transcendent.
We better move. The Amazon air fighters will be here soon.
You know what? I'm going to give the crown to Starcrash. I think it earned it. It's the Italian Star Wars, and it's a big one. The one that made me believe anything was possible if you have zero shame and access to bikinis. Caroline Munro, she spends the entire film in various stages of undress while navigating a plot that makes absolutely no sense.
I've been at this for 12 straight hours. The radiation will burn my skin off. They're not slaves.
You better work.
She's a smuggler named Stella Starr, and her sidekick has a Southern American accent despite being an alien.
You would have tried to change the future, which is against the law.
And the man himself, David Hasselhoff, he shows up with a lightsaber. Oh, sorry, a laser sword. This was before Knight Rider and before Baywatch. It's just a young Hoff swinging a glowing stick, acting his heart out in a movie that he has no business containing that level of commitment in.
Ah, Stella.
Simon.
Oh, and Christopher Plummer, he plays the Emperor of the Universe, the Emperor of the Universe. And his big power, well, he can stop time for 3 minutes.
But after the third minute, the green ray loses its power. Time will flow once again, and everything will explode.
Yeah, that's it. The most powerful man in the galaxy can pause reality for less time than it takes to microwave a burrito.
Gather together all our legions, sir, and order the attack.
The final battle, it involves crashing a space station into the villain's fortress. That's where the title comes from. The star crashes. It took me 3 viewings to figure that out because the movie, it never even bothers to explain it. The special effects look like someone attacked model kits with a blowtorch. And the stop-motion robot, I'm gonna say, is legitimately charming. It's like a robot dog someone actually loved.
Quick, to the ship.
I saw Starcrash at a midnight screening many moons ago, and the audience was actually hostile. People shouted at the screen for the entire runtime. It was so glorious. This movie demands participation. I mean, you can't just watch it. You have to wrestle it. Star Wars magic just couldn't be bottled. Lucas, he caught lightning, and everyone else spent the next decade chasing that storm. Some of these movies, they're unwatchable. Some, they're accidental masterpieces of incompetence. And a few, they're legitimately entertaining if you're in the right mood. But they all came from the same place. Someone like me, sitting in a theater, watching ships fly across the stars and thinking, I want to make people feel that way too. They failed gloriously, hilariously, and sometimes tragically, but they tried. Honestly, that totally counts for something. And if you want to see a part 2, go throw some of your favorites in the comments. But until then, keep it weird, folks.
The aliens are taking the professor aboard their spaceship. We have to do something.
Yeah, we do. Like run away.
Blast those bastards!